Test. Test. Test.
Hello.
Who's gonna ask questions?
Scott and I.
I moved the chairs to the sides.
Is this picking up your audio?
Yes,
Okay. If I like move it behind this, is
that's
that
fine.
okay?
As long as the mic's aimed that way.
That way it's like here.
Yeah.
Okay. I would assume it'd be Scott and I. They said he'd be down here. I think he's trying to close the windows real quick. So they should have for a few minutes, but they should be in. Wendy, it'll be Wendy and a couple players.
We're streaming live, so
Can they hear me?
probably.
Okay. No one's probably watching.
See, there you are.
Oh God, I'm live. When you put it up, we should turn that part off.
Yeah, well, I'd rather be streaming and not wait till the last minute.
That's true.
You always hear stuff like this at
Yeah.
live press conferences, you know?
Oh, that's a good photo. Nice job on the screen. Good.
I really need to have like 2 cameras. But fortunately, a lot of the play was on this side of the field, right near where my camera was. This is giving me some weird ass.
Streaming status poor. I don't know.
It says keyframe frequency.
I have no idea what that means. That's a great photo.
Yeah. This is Nikki hugging her.
We're streaming already.
Yeah, I like the one of Mara. That's the best one. Actually, I should email it to myself, that's why I have it.
It's giving me some error I've never heard before.
I think the window is first, right?
No, we're first. Winners go first. That's why I put our card up there. That's NCAA protocol though. I mean, I can switch it, whoever comes in. Pretty sure it's supposed to be winners first.
First come, first serve.
text, I got this cryptic text Sunday night, like at about 9:45. This is the NCAA. There's going to be a playoff game about an hour from your school. Would you be available?
Well, no, there's no one there. Can you mute it until they get in?
I have it down low, but, I test everything, so.
Yeah.
It's not like I'm bulletproof.
It could have been like your University of Rochester. You're Rochester, are you close to Williamsburg? Okay, oh yeah, you're in Buffalo. I'm somewhat new, so. Backdrop, they don't make wire backdrops that couple without.
Can I get through? I don't. I can.
Alright, I will do my best. Oh my
Oh
god!
my gosh!
There's like 3 people watching, you're good. Right.
First people to do this, I'm sorry.
We're streaming, so we heard your. Don't go through that door.
All right, Wendy. You're up. We're up.
Okay.
Oh, like not the river around it, this thing.
I know, I have one from baseball.
Wendy, so Wendy, I don't know.
No,
Scooch
I'll-
over.
you guys are the-
No, it's okay.
I'll just come right over.
Just scoot over. You speak about the. Okay.
It's just so official.
I don't know.
We don't get interviewed much in field hockey.
You never do.
So,
Oh, gosh.
congratulations. Wendy, let's just start with you and do a general, thoughts on the game. How did it go? Was it what you thought,
We expected a very tough, scrappy, talented team in UNE, and they definitely showed us that their defense was strong, and we knew that we had to finish on the chances that we got. And I'm really proud of Nikki. I think she has now 8 game-winning goals on the year. And that ability to finish when we need it and start us off with a goal is clutch. So she's been doing that for us all season long.
Talk about their defensive philosophy. It seemed like they were packing it in pretty well. We had mentioned up in the press box, they had all 11 players inside the 35 when you guys were attacking. What did that adjust your strategy on offense at all?
So we actually have seen that quite a bit from some of our Liberty League competition, and the key to it is to transition quickly. So as soon as we come up with the ball in the midfield, to two-touch and use as little dribble as possible to bring the ball up as quickly as we can. Once you have a packed circle, it's really tough to get anything going in there because there's just so many bodies and it's hard to maneuver. So we've definitely practiced that. We expected it today, and we knew that a set piece would score like a corner, our first goal with Nikki, and then toward the end with Delaney's second goal, we were able to collect the ball in transition and get the ball in there quickly.
Nikki, Wendy mentioned that the goal was your 8th game-winning goal that ties the school record. What's the what's the like knack for you finding the goals in the big moments?
Wow, that's a great question. I just like deflecting, like that's my forte, and I'm really good at it, and I find it really just like a nifty skill to have, and it's kind of like chasing a high of like scoring and like doing it for the team, and like if we don't put it in the back of the cage, like we won't progress, and we've seen that, and just kind of having that feeling, knowing I want to avoid it, and then being like, okay, like if it's gonna go in the net, I'm gonna be the one to put it in, and just progressing with that mentality so that we stay in.
Was that goal a deflection, or was it more of a you stopped it and kind of gathered it and?
It was more of a stop.
Yeah, that's
not
what I
actually a deflection,
Yeah.
but
Same philosophy. Elizabeth, so we've had, I think it's 7 shutouts in a row now. What has the defense, how have you guys gelled as a group to just kind of keep people from scoring?
I mean, honestly, I just think everyone on our defensive line is just a solid unit. And I could trust in every single one of them that they're going to stay low, we're going to stay composed and calm and make the smart decisions outside the backfield. And Kara, 9th shutout? What is it?
Yeah.
9th? Like, solid
doing
goalie.
insane.
She's doing great.
You guys as a unit in front of her are limiting the chances that she even has, because I think they only had 2 shots today, so I mean, that's
Awesome.
really good defense. What do you got?
Zooming out a little bit, you guys suffer a heartbreaking loss on Sunday. Learn you're getting at-large bids set Sunday night, and quick turnaround. You come back, immediately score that 11th minute goal. What was that? Did that sort of take a weight off your shoulders?
I can kind of speak to that.
Yeah.
I think it's not as much of a weight off your shoulders as it's okay, like now I have a lead, now I have something to work for. Like it's more of like having a gain in the process and understanding that like, okay, while we are ahead, we need to stay ahead, and we could easily lose that. So I wouldn't quite put it as a weight off your shoulders, but just like more like you get hungrier to keep that position. So understanding that like, although you have a lead, like you still have to earn the rest of the game.
That is a U of R intelligent response. You don't have to use that, but no. I would second what Nikki said. I think that for our team, Sunday's shootout loss taught us a lot about ourselves and just about how hard it can be to put a ball in the net. And we did everything but throw the kitchen sink at that goal, and it didn't happen for us on Sunday. So I think a lot of what we worked on between Sunday and today is finishing, like finding the goal frame and putting the ball on net, and that's something that Nikki is really good at.
We're all set?
Thank you.
Thanks, ladies. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Good luck this weekend.
I like that.
Thank you.
To Babson.
Babson. Nikki, that was so intelligently won. I'm like,
Wendy, I still lie.
thanks, guys.
Thanks, Wendy.
Thank you.
Oh, just the schedule.
So do you want to answer that?
I'll ask
The schedule first.
And then I'll ask mine, you don't ask defensive
Yep.
In the middle?
Unless you guys want to sit next to each other.
No, I think it'd be good to be in the middle. Flip that. Ow. Oh, sorry.
Lindsay and Sarah.
Yes. I look like a midget.
Okay, we'll start with you, Coach. What was just general thoughts on the game? How do you think it went? And like, obviously, this isn't the result you wanted, but just general thoughts on how Rochester played, how you guys played.
Yeah, I mean, tough loss for us. We've battled all year defensively, so coming in, we knew this was going to be a defensive battle between both teams. I think we came out a little bit slow to start and then kind of picked it up from there. And we had opportunities, on the offensive end. We just weren't able to execute them. And when Rochester came down, they were able to kind of put the ball in. I think we held our own for quite a bit. That last goal was definitely a dagger for us. That put a little bit of a deflation in us and kind of just knowing that it was probably going to be the end of our season.
Coming into today, you guys played a really, really tough schedule, several ranked teams, including, 3 or 4 in the top 5. What did that do to prepare you guys for another tough one here in NCAAs?
We play nationally ranked teams year in and year out. It gets us ready for our conference. It gets ready for our conference championship games, and it preps us for the NCAAs. Even though our record is 11-10 right now, we don't look at the record that way. We look at being able to compete against the nationally ranked teams, and we do compete, and we compete at the highest level. And you can see that based on the scores. So it preps us year in and year out, and it allows for us to get to these games and be able to play at that highest level.
Certainly a tough loss, but some positive from this season, your first conference championship since 2017. What was the message to the team post-game in the locker room?
I mean, they've worked hard all year long. Defense has been our mentality coming in, and we knew that we had to do that from the start. And offense was going to be slim, so we need to execute on those opportunities, and we didn't. But I said to this team, be proud. We've been proud all year. We've battled through a lot of adversity. We've battled through ups and downs of not getting awards, not getting stuff that we should be recognized for. And I think that that's something that this team is being able to show that we do belong where we are right now. And they've worked hard. And, we're also young. We have 9 freshmen. So being able to get to this level and be able to compete still and have kids that are just unflappable has been amazing all season long.
This one's for any of you. So the defensive strategy coming in was, it seemed like it was kind of pack it in, all 11 players were inside like the 35 when Rochester was attacking. When they got that relatively early goal, did that change the philosophy at all, or were you guys going to keep playing your defense?
I think we always play the same defense no matter what the score is when they score. It's the same mentality all the way through because our play just starts with the D and we move forward that way.
Yeah, regardless of the score, in our heads it's always 0-0. So we just keep going, keep up the high intensity, and just play our game.
Sarah, on that second goal, what did you see? Because it kind of developed out of nowhere. Like Rochester had it, there was several bodies in front, and then the pass came in and the cross. I know you couldn't really do anything with it, but what did you see in that play?
It's hard, obviously, because you see the initial play, you want to get up there and stop it, but it's a little too far for you, and then she just got the pass across, ripped it. It was over before I could do anything about it, so it's not a good feeling, obviously, but I don't know, I think we'll learn from it.
I think that's it. Okay. Thanks a lot, Coach.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Players, congratulations on a good season.
Should they flip that? This?
No, it says.
Oh.
No, it's not both sides.
You can take it.
Can we take it? Thank you. Sure.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Safe travels, safe phone.